Have you ever dreamed of being your own boss, but then the thought of a massive startup loan just gives you a cold sweat? Well, today we're going to break down how you can actually launch your own business for about the price of a used car. And yeah, I'm being totally serious. Does this feel a little too familiar? You know, that nagging feeling that there's got to be more to life than sitting in a cubicle and listening to buzzwords on conference calls? It's that little voice in your head, the one that whispers, "Hey, I was made for more than this." And you know what? That's a voice you really should listen to. It's this constant battle, right? On one side, you've got the dream of freedom. And on the other, you've got all these fears pulling you right back. But what if you could have the dream without all the drama? Stick with me, because we're about to show you exactly how that's possible.
Okay, let's get right into it and just demolish the biggest fear of them all, the startup cost. Because it turns out most of us are looking at the completely wrong price tag.
When you hear mobile food business, your brain probably jumps to this, right? A huge, shiny, fully tricked out food truck. And yeah, at over 100 grand, that dream feels, well, pretty much impossible. Honestly, this number alone is what stops most people dead in their tracks. But now let's look at the reality. A simple hot dog cart completely changes the game. Your initial investment, we're talking around $5,500. That's not a life-ruining amount of debt. Think about it. That's what you'd pay for a solid used car. And that right there is the whole strategy. This isn't just about finding a cheap option. It's about being smart. The hot dog cart is literally the single most accessible way to get into the mobile food business. It's pretty much perfect for a first-time owner. So let's actually break down these numbers. You can see the cart itself is the biggest piece of the pie. But look at everything else. Your insurance, your first month of food, your licenses. It's all incredibly manageable. And hey, a little inside tip, you can often find used carts for way less than this, which drops your startup costs even lower. This isn't just a fantasy, it's a totally doable plan. So here's the crucial thing to understand. That low cost, it's more than just a number on a page. It's your safety net. The source material calls it a low-risk exit mechanism. And that's exactly what it is. It's your strategic escape hatch from the 9 to 5, one that doesn't force you to risk everything you have. And that brings us to the second huge fear, right? Quitting your job and watching that steady paycheck just disappear. Well, the best part is, you don't have to. At least not yet. This is where the magic really happens. You become a weekend warrior. You keep the security of your Monday to Friday gig, but on Saturdays and Sundays, you're out there building your own little empire. You test the waters at local parks, festivals, farmers markets. You're not just making some extra cash, you're literally building a bridge to a new life. And only when that card is consistently making you more money than your day job, that's when you make the leap. All right, so the cost makes sense, the strategy is safe, but you're probably wondering, okay, what do I actually do first? Let's boil it all down to 3 really simple steps to get you started. First things first, just focus on getting certified. Get your food handler's permit and your local licenses. Don't even worry about recipes yet. Next, find a commissary. It's just a licensed kitchen space you can rent, and it is a total game changer that simplifies all the food prep rules. And then, finally, get your wheels, your freedom vehicle. A simple, no-frills cart is all you need to start. Keep it simple, and you'll keep it profitable. So, when you put it all together, the low cost, this low-risk weekend strategy, and these clear first steps, that whole dream of being your own boss starts to move from the fantasy column over to the, hey, I could actually do this column. It becomes a real, accessible possibility. And ultimately, this isn't just about starting a business, is it? It's about reclaiming your life. I love how the source material puts it. Use the price of a used car to buy back your freedom. Why wait for someday? You can decide to live now. So, knowing that the barrier to entry is this low, and knowing that you can build your escape plan without having to quit your job tomorrow, really the only question left is the one right here on the screen. What's actually holding you back now?